Hey guys, welcome to the video today. What we're going to be doing is talking about stacking silver on a budget, ways you can possibly make your budget work for you. Everybody makes a different amount of money. Some people make a whole lot, some people make less. And everybody has their own amount that they can spend. Well, let's say you don't have a lot. What are you going to do? Oh, I can't afford to stack, so I'm not going to do it. Well, don't be like I was with YouTube. Don't sit there and say, I can't afford it, so I'm not going to do it. I was with YouTube. Oh, I just don't have the time. I'm running the business. So I didn't do it. And remember, guys, if you don't start something, you'll never start something. So, what you got to do is you got to sit back, look at your finances, and figure out how much money you're spending fast food, how much money you're spending when you walk into the gas station, just to sit there and your main purpose was to get gas. You didn't need nothing else. And you'd sit there and you'd go in the store and buy something anyway. You just gotta cut off some of your expenses. I'm not saying don't live. That's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is get a hold of your finances. Figure out where you are wasting money. I mean, I used to waste a lot of money. I'd be one of those guys, go in a gas station, and I would sit there and buy something just because, oh, I'm getting gas, I'm going to buy something. You don't have to. The only person who's going to worry about your finances, your retirement, is you. So if you don't have a lot of money, let's say you've got $30 a week to spend, or you go to the bar. I'm not saying don't go to the bar, but if you'd rather drink at home, and a lot of guys will sit there and spend 50, 100, $200 a week at a bar, and if you're just as happy drinking at home, drink at home. Buy some silver with the excess. And if you don't have a large budget and you only got a couple bucks a week, buy a couple dimes, Mercuries, Roosevelts. Sometimes people will sell a Roosevelt or Mercury a little bit more than a Roosevelt. Either way, it's just a preference thing. It's a supply and demand thing. If you go to fast food restaurants and you got to have the most expensive sandwich, you don't always have to have the most expensive. Basically, stacking on a budget is just that. You work your budget at home to make ends meet, and then you just don't do nothing with it, or you go waste the extra money. Well, don't waste it. Buy some silver. And a lot of guys will sit there and say, oh, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. It's beyond my means. And those same people, and and I don't mean to laugh at them, don't get me wrong, but those same people who say they cannot afford silver, they'll go buy that lottery ticket. They'll go waste that money on something that has no potential of return. So what you have to do, stacking on a budget, is simple. Look at your budget, see where you're spending all your money. Every penny adds up. You know the old saying, a penny saved is a penny earned. And that is true, especially with silver. Now, let me tell you a story about myself. I was younger and I was a very poor child. We had 10 of us all together, 6 sisters and 4 brothers. And it was rough growing up. I didn't have a lot. My hand-me-downs were handed me down even from my sisters. I had to wear whatever I could. I mean, I was growing up in the 70s. Here I am sitting with checkered plaid type, polyester or whatever it was, wool or whatever, pants. And I was happy. I didn't know no better. But my mother really didn't have money. And I feel that if my mother was taught a little bit of how to save, even though she was, financially deprived, things might have been better. I mean, but sometimes you're a victim of circumstance and there's nothing you can do about that. I have not collected all of this in a short period. This is a lifetime's worth of accumulation. Not this, I've got more than this. But I've been doing it for a lifetime. I started in 1975 as a poor child. I bought a large tin for 50 cents and I sold it for $2. And I'm like, wow, you know. And at the time, that large cent wasn't worth 50 cents when I bought it. But I took it and sold it to another schoolmate, and I'm like, wow, this is a way I can earn extra money, you know. Another way of stacking on a budget is, you know, try to buy a little bit and sell a little bit and then buy it a little cheaper. You know, that's another way of working on a budget. There's flea markets, there's shows, there's a lot of guys that do that. But the main thing about stacking on a budget that you have to remember, look at your personal finances, figure out where you're wasting your money, and just put it into silver and gold. I recommend silver if you don't have a lot. If you do have a lot, put it into gold. The best way to save for your retirement that nobody else is going to worry about is you worry about it. You sit there and take the time, make ends meet. So anyway, I don't know if this was helpful to you or not, guys. I just wanted to share a little story about my history of myself as a young child. And I'm not asking for anybody's, you know, I guess, to say, oh, I'm sorry you had a rough life when you was a kid. You know, and I'm not saying that. That taught me to do what I do today, having that rough life. So if any of you guys out there have had a rough life as a kid, you know what it's like, and you're probably already stacking, just work your budget tight, figure out where you can take money from, and that should do it. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Press the like, please comment, and as always, thanks for watching, and we appreciate your support. Bye.